In this course, you are going to learn about augmented reality from both a theoretical and practical perspective. This course is for absolute beginners, and you will learn the fundamentals along with AR development with Unity, C#, and other tools.
Hello everyone and welcome to this course of Augmented Reality. This course teaches you the theoretical and practical prospects of augmented reality from the very basics to a level where one can develop any augmented reality application they want. After this course, you will be able to develop your own augmented reality applications and filters. So this is about the course. Now let's know a little bit about me. So I am Priyanshu Bhattacharya. I have worked with multiple startups as an XR developer and have taught over 200 plus students about extended reality at different colleges and universities. I also run a YouTube channel called Coded Reality where I make content on augmented reality, virtual reality and mixed reality. So now let's discuss about the syllabus of our augmented reality course. So we will start by understanding the fundamental concepts of augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. And at the end of our first module, we'll be getting an idea about the market size and growth of extended reality over the years. In module 2, we will start to learn about a game engine called Unity 3D, which we'll be using to design and develop our augmented reality applications. Then in module 3, we'll be starting with a programming language C# that we'll be using to code our augmented reality applications, in which we'll be learning about the basics of programming with C# and many other fundamental concepts. Then in module 4, we will start with developing our AR applications. We'll learn about marker-based AR in depth, including its architecture and how marker-based AR really works. Then we'll be learning about the SDKs and start developing applications with an AR SDK called Vuforia Engine. After the completion of this module, we will be moving forward with module 5, in which we'll be developing 3 AR applications, which includes AR card customizer, AR business card, and AR encyclopedia. After we learned to develop AR applications, we'll move on to module 6, which is a bonus section where we'll be learning to develop our own AR filters for Instagram and Facebook. And then in module 7, which is also a bonus module, we will end this course by creating our very own 3D AR filter. Here I present to you some of the AR applications and filters we will be building throughout the course. So this is an AR filter which we will be building, and this is an AR application which we will be building. Alright, this is an AR encyclopedia app. But these are not only the one which we will be building during the course. We'll be developing 2 more applications like AR card customizer, and another one is AR business card. So who can follow this course? This course is made for beginners, so you don't need any working knowledge of augmented reality to follow this course. I'll be teaching you everything from the very basics. So if you don't know about augmented reality, don't worry, you will be learning to develop augmented reality applications from scratch. You can get more detailed information about the course from the website www.arcourse.netlify.app. Thank you. Hello folks, welcome to this lecture. This is the first lecture of our course Augmented Reality for Everyone. In this course, we are going to get an idea of what exactly is extended reality, what comes under the hood of extended reality. That is, we are going to learn about augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. We are going to learn about the mixed reality continuum. All right. Then we will end this part of the lecture by understanding the growth of the growth of extended reality over the years and what we are projecting by the year 2025. All right. So without any further ado, let's understand. All right. See, extended reality now. Try to understand extended reality in this way. It is the extension, all right, it is the extension of our current reality. All right, you can say that it is the a virtual, all right, it is a virtual extension of our current reality. All right, you can understand extended reality like this. All right, there isn't any specific, all right, there isn't any specific definition that would do justice to this whole domain. All right, But how I like to explain extended reality is, it is the extension of our current reality, all right, that, and it is the virtual extension, all right, it is the virtual extension of our current reality. You can say extended reality is the hood, all right, means it is the roof, and that roof has three children, all right. Those three children are named as augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality, all right. So extended reality is the main hood, and it contains three other domains: augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality, all right. Extended reality is the parent domain, all right. Now, as we have understood what exactly is extended reality, right? What are the subdomains of extended reality? Let's understand what is augmented reality. All right. You see, you might have, all right, you might have experienced augmented reality in your life, but you it might happen that you didn't knew that it was augmented reality. Like, when you used to play Pokemon Go, when I guess it released in 2016. At that point of time, I was very excited to play that game. All right, just because I could, the spawn the Pokemon. All right, I could bring the Pokemon into the real world. All right, it had a AR feature that could, by pressing the AR camera, we could bring the Pokemon into our real world. All right, I was very excited about that feature. All the reason why I didn't I wasn't able to play the game, because I wasn't able to roam around for free. Like, it had GPS enabled, right? So the only reason why I played the game was because of its AR feature, and at that point of time, I didn't knew what exactly augmented reality was. I didn't even knew how this thing works. All right, at that point of time, I just started with programming. All right, so we all have used augmented reality at some point in our life and didn't knew exactly what it was, right? So one example you already got, all right, the one with Pokemon Go. Now, people used to think that Pokemon Go is one of the biggest breakthrough in augmented reality, but it is not. The truth is this, because see, if you look in after this course, all right, after this course, if you look into that now, creating the mechanism, all right, that is the Pokeball throwing mechanism to the Pokemon. That mechanism is very simple to make, all right. That mechanism is very simple to develop. It's just we are throwing it through a projectile. So understand it like this, all right. Basically, augmented reality is nothing but, bringing, all right, that is augmenting, or putting the digital objects, all right. In our case, the digital objects, like in Pokemon Go, Pikachu is a digital object, right? So we are taking the digital object, all right, and placing it into our real world. That is what augmented reality is. How we are placing it? We are placing it through our device, all right. And uh, don't worry, we are going to understand, all right, how all these thing works, all right, how augmented reality actually works, right, how what is the architecture in our future videos. But for now, understand it like this way, that we augmented reality is basically the augmentation, or you can say the placement of digital object in real world. Like, for example, take your favorite cartoon, all right. For a long time back, my favorite cartoon was Doraemon. All right, I used to watch it like all day. I love that cartoon when I was like in class third or fourth. So at that time, if I knew about augmented reality, I would have surely tried that. I would have tried augmenting Doraemon into my room. All right, I would have tried that. So just think of it this way: you are actually bringing your favorite digital character, all right, into your real world. So that is what augmented reality is. That is basically what augmented reality is. All right, it is basically the placement of digital object into the real world. Like, all right, now as I've told you, now you might know. All right, you right now you are aware of what exact how Pokemon Go uses augmented reality, right? Now, what I want you to do is, after finishing this lecture, install that game and try it out. Try it out by yourself. See how exactly the AR feature is working. All right, it would be really fun, believe me. Now, there are there are majorly two types of augmented reality: marker-based augmented reality and marker-less augmented reality. All right. In marker-less, there are four other types of augmented reality. That is superimposition, location-based, projection, and outlining. All right. Don't worry, I'm going to make you understand what exactly are these. All right. So let's start with marker-based. See, the meaning of this, alright, the meaning of marker based is in its name only. Marker based AR means the augmented reality feature works only if there is a marker, all right, only if there is a marker to help augment the object, all right. That is what marker based augmented reality is. Basically now this type of work, AR basically works on the concept of tracking and recognition, all right. It first tracks the marker, means it first recognizes the marker and then tracks it all the way along, all right. So that is how this marker based AR work, all right. Basically in this type of AR now you will be needing, all right, you will be needing a marker to augment, all right. You will be needing a marker to help augment uh, the digital object in the into the world, all right. Like in here, all right, like in this you can see that this Lego Batman, all right, or you can say this Minecraft blocked Batman, all right, is being augmented. This particular Minecraft shaped Batman is being what can I say, is being augmented on top of a marker, all right. Here you can see it is being augmented on top of a marker. So this is what marker based augmented reality is. To augment this kind of to augment digital object, we would be needing a marker, all right. So that is what marker based augmented reality is, all right. And in this course we will be developing marker based AR, all right. So if you're not clear with the concept right now, that's totally fine, all right. You would be when you will be developing the marker based AR app by yourself, you'll be very clear that how exactly those things work, all right. But for now, in simple words, uh, marker based AR is something, all right, that would be needing, all right, in which we will be needing, it is mandatory to have a marker, all right. It is mandatory to have a marker to augment the digital object on top of it, or else you won't be able to, you know, or else you won't be able to augment it, all right. So that is what marker based augmented reality is, all right. Now Pokemon Go is not an example of marker based augmented reality, all right. I would tell you what example is it for, all right. Now let's understand what is markerless AR, all right. Now as we have understood about marker based AR, markerless AR is the total opposite, all right. The difference between them is, all right, the difference between them is marker based AR needs marker, all right. That is, it needs some, point, or you can say something to, all right. It needs something to augment, all right. It needs, and that thing is a marker. So marker based augmented reality needs a marker to augment, but markerless AR doesn't. Now, there are some algorithms, all right, like simultaneous localization and mapping is an algorithm that is used, all right, that is used to map the whole, the whole environment around us and then place the objects in there, all right. So markerless AR doesn't need, all right, markerless AR doesn't need any sort of marker. What it does, it will scan the, let's say if I am trying to augment some object in my room, what will it do? It will scan the surface, it will scan the walls, all right. It would create, you can say, it creates a virtual, visualization of itself, and then, it will place, all right. It will place the object right in there, all right. So it would first scan the room, all right. It will first scan the room. After scanning, it will place the object, all right. Now how it will scan, there is an algorithm, it's a very widely used algorithm. It is also used in robotics, but it is also used in virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. It is known as SLAM, that is simultaneous localization and mapping, all right. So that's how we build markerless AR features, all right. So markerless AR is very simple. It will, this AR will, simply detect your room, or means the plane, the vertical and horizontal surfaces of your room, all right, that is the planes, and perform the augmentation on those particular planes of those objects, all right. Means it will augment the digital objects on top of those planes that your AR app has detected, right. Now for example, in this you can see this IKEA Place app, all right. This is the demo of IKEA Place. Basically this is a very famous, furniture app that, makes use of markerless augmented reality to help you decorate your room, all right. Like if I, let's say if I want to buy a sofa, all right, like you can see it in here. What I'm doing is I'm installing the IKEA Place app. I'm searching for some sofa in there. I like that sofa very much, but I don't know will that sofa will, fit my home or not. Fit my, in the sense it will look good in my room or not, something like that, all right. Now what I can do is I can make use of markerless augmented reality, scan my room, and then place the object in there. All right, and then through my mobile I can see that if the sofa is adjusting at my place or not. All right, and based on that I can buy the sofa. So that is what markerless AR. All right, now there are multiple use cases of markerless AR. All right, and decoration, all right, means this putting furnitures and all this is one, all right, is one industry focused. All right, it is interior design is another industry. All right, in where mixed reality, all right, in where mixed reality and augmented reality are widely used. All right, like for decorating the homes and all those things. All right, so I hope marker based and markerless AR is clear. So basically, marker based AR is nothing. Marker based AR needs a marker to perform the augmentation of digital objects into on top of the marker, whereas markerless AR doesn't need any marker. All right, what it will do, it will scan the surface and then augment the digital objects on top of the surface. All right, so that is the basic difference, and that is what they do. All right, now let's get into the concept of superimposition based AR. All right, see, superimposition based augmented reality, all right, is basically a technique that uses object recognition. Now in this diagram, all right, in this diagram you can see there is a person's hand. All right, there is a person's hand, and on top of that hand, what this app is doing is displaying a skeleton of the hand on top of the person's hand. All right, so that is what superimposition based AR is. It superimposes. All right, it superimposes. That means it puts an digital object on top of a real object. All right, and that works with the help of object recognition. All right, so that is what superimposition based AR is. It's very simple. All right, it's very simple. Now, all right, see what is happening in here. Basically with this photo, all right, you can say that we are able to augment a skeleton of hand on top of another person's hand. All right, so what is happening, the algorithm, all right, that is the AR app, is recognizing the hand, then putting, all right, or you can say then superimposing, all right, superimposing the skeleton on top of that hand. All right, that is what it is doing. That is what superimposition based AR is. All right, very simple. All right, now these type of AR is very helpful, all right, in medical industry. All right, like you can say you can superimpose an X-ray, all right, on a patient's body and look into it real time in 3D. So how cool that would be and how efficient that would be, right? That would make the doctor's job more easier, right? So that is how we use superimposition based AR. All right, and superimposition based AR are used in in many different ways. So you can do your research on that. All right, and even if you like, you can try developing something with superimposition AR also. All right, so you can totally do that. That would be real fun. All right, so that is what superimposition based AR is. So I hope you are clear with the very fundamental concepts right now. After this, we are going to get into this location based AR. All right, see, location based AR now, let me tell you, I'm sure you know about GPS, right? You know about what can I say, Google Maps, right? So you can say this is Google Maps in augmented reality. All right, like in Google Maps, when you search for a place, what it does, it gives you the address of that place. All right, means it marks the road. It will highlight the road through which you can go. How much time will it take? All right, it will label the places that will come while you are going in there. Right, it will label those places. But what you are doing in there, you are seeing all those in a 2D screen. All right, what location based AR does is it's also does the things almost same, but in augmented reality it would give you the live feed. All right, in 3D, it will give you the live feed in 3D. Like you will if you are going somewhere, if you turn around, you would be seeing a nameplate, all right, hovering over a building. All right, that would give you an idea, yeah, this is the building what I'm looking for. all right, then you can go in there. So this type of AR experience makes it more easier, all right, to use like locate places, all right. So that is what location based AR is. Location based AR basically ties digital content and the experience it creates to a specific place, all right. The objects are mapped out so that when a user's location matches the predetermined spot, it is displayed on the screen. All right, so that's what I told you just now. All right, this is the definition. This is, I gave you the very simple explanation of the same definition written in here. All right, so location based AR is just like Google Maps but in AR, all right, and more efficient, more better, all right, in a more better way. Of course, now you guys might be thinking why we are going to held our phone in hand and start looking for places, all right. It's going to be very hectic. I totally understand that, all right, and that's not how we are going to use location based AR. Currently, there are multiple AR glasses that are being released. All right, like GeoGlass is releasing their own AR headset. Then Qualcomm, all right, Qualcomm is releasing their own AR headset. All right, so many people, many industries, all right, are working on their own AR and MR headset. Then Magic Leap is there. So when those glasses will release now after a few years, all right, or maybe in this year only, you will be seeing location based AR, all right. It would be GPS but in AR. So how cool that experience would be, right? So that is how these things will work. So I hope this the concept of location based AR is clear. All right, now here comes projection based AR. Now let me make it simpler for you. All right, projection based AR is another name of holograms. All right, I know you guys might have an idea about what exactly a hologram is, right? It basically projects, all right, it is projecting with a projector role into means into the means what let me explain it in a simple way. What it is doing, it is like with a normal augmented reality, all right, that is being used by a phone. The difference between projection based AR and normal AR is, we are in normal AR we are using our phone to augment, all right, we are using our phone to augment. But in projection based AR we are using some other device to project, all right, to project the digital object into the real world, all right. That gives a more immersive experience. In that case, you are not going to need an phone, all right. You are just having some projector and it is projecting, all right, it is projecting the 3D objects in the real world. People are working on this kind of technology, all right. Although right now it hasn't been that successful, all right, but people are working on that, and I'm sure this is something that we are going to get in future, all right. And people are really working hard on this kind of AR, all right. It would be like really cool, like you would be the Tony Stark, all right, of real world. So yeah, augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality has the potential to bring all the things that you see in the Iron Man movie. Of course, not the arc reactor, but all the digital things like the Jarvis. All right, artificial intelligence is also having those potential. So if we combine these technologies, now we can have something like Jarvis. So understand it this way, all right. Augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality is the future of our world, all right. Maybe within 5 to 10 years you won't be even using your phone. You will be having slim glasses, all right. You will be having slim glasses through which you will be able to augment the digital objects, all right. And that is going to be true because we have those glasses now, all right. Yes, they are bulky. Like if I take an example, there's Microsoft HoloLens, all right. If you have used that before, you would get the same experience like Tony Stark, right? Similarly, then other AR glasses is being released, like GeoGlass is releasing their own, then Qualcomm is releasing their own. So within 5 to 10 years, all right, you won't be using your phone to communicate or do things. You'll be using your AR glasses to do all the things. All right, there's Snapchat's lens. All right, so a lot of things are there that you can do. All right. So now, as we have understood the very basic concepts, the concepts of extended reality, or we have understood the basics of augmented reality. We have understood marker-based AR, markerless AR, superimposition, location-based, and projection-based. And the last one we have in the the topic of augmented reality is outlining AR. All right. Now, what exactly is it? All right. Outlining AR is are mostly used in cars. All right. You might not be seeing them more often. All right. Although I guess even Tesla is working on implementing AR in their cars. All right. So basically, outlining AR, it will outline the direction. All right. It will map the world and then outline the direction. All right. With these trails. Here you can see. Right. Here you can see. So they will outline those trails and help you, you know, go through all the paths. All right. It would recognize the boundaries. All right. It would recognize the lines. It would help in many situations. All right. When where human eye can't. All right. So augmented reality is the future. All right. Augmented reality, mixed reality, and virtual reality is the future. So this is how outlining AR is used. All right. Even if Tesla is working on implementing augmented reality, all right, then why can't we? Right. We are developers. We can do that. Of course, we can do that. So you can see people are working on implementing AR in their cars. Right. How cool is that? Right. So that is what outlining AR is. All right. Now, as we have understood the fundamental concepts of augmented reality, let's get into the virtual reality. All right. Virtual reality is the total opposite of augmented reality. In augmented reality, what did we do? In augmented reality, we were augmenting, all right, or you can say putting the digital objects in the real world. But in virtual reality, we are taking, all right, we are taking the person itself to the virtual world, all right, or you can say we are teleporting the person to the virtual world, right? So that is what virtual reality is, and it gives a very good sense of immersiveness. All right. For example, all right. See, even I don't have a VR headset. All right. Uh, Let the truth be told. All right. I don't have a VR headset. I don't, but I do have the understanding how it feels. All right. Because at somewhere, all right, at somewhere I have used, at some part of my life, I have used virtual reality headset. Yeah, of course, not at my home, but when I used to go to some game parlor, all right, they had a virtual reality experience. All right, I am I have used, I know how that feels. All right, and I'm glad that I can explain it to you that try to understand it like this. All right, let's say you are playing a game. All right, take any of your favorite game. All right, one of my favorite game is GTA 5. All right, although I don't play games much nowadays, but if I had to say, one of my favorite games is GTA 5 and GTA San Andreas. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and think of a character in there. All right. Think of a character in there and try to close my eyes and try to experience. All right. All that thing by myself. All right. And the level of immersiveness you will get there now, like while thinking or while imagining you are in there in real time in the game and playing all the things, doing all the things that the game's character can do, will give you a sense of immersiveness. And using virtual reality, that sense of immersiveness increases by 100%. All right, because at that point of time you are actually in there, you are actually controlling the person available inside the game, right? You are actually able to control the you know you are actually able to control the character available inside the game. So virtual reality is nothing but it is the technology that teleports you to a virtual world. All right. So that is what exactly it is. Now there are multiple games and educational applications available, right? For example, anatomy u, all right, it teaches you about the human anatomy. All right. So that is an educational app. All right, then there is Beat Saber, one of the very famous game. Like in the first image you can see this is the gameplay of a Beat Saber. All right, in the second image this is a gameplay of Half-Life Alyx. All right, in the third image this is the Battle Royale game. Yeah, there is also a Battle Royale game in virtual reality. So you can see the level of immersiveness, the level of realism you will be getting. This is called what can I say, standout VR Battle Royale. All right. So the VR can be used in multiple sectors. It can be used in healthcare. It can be used in military training. All right. It can be used in flight training. It can be used in manufacturing. All right. It can be used in education. It can be used in gaming. So the what can I say, the level, all right, or you can say the limitation of VR is unreachable. All right, yeah, there is some limitation. All right, like the cost is there. All right, but cost, cost is decreasing. Like previously in India, all right, I'm talking about in India. In India, previously, Oculus Quest, all right, it's a VR headset. It used to cost around 80 to 90,000, I guess. All right, and now Oculus Quest 2 costs you around 30 to 40,000. All right, so you can see how drastically has the price has the price has decreased by half. All right, so the price of VR headsets are decreasing. All right, and also the quality and the technology is improving and increasing. All right, so just a few more years and you'll be getting VR headsets maybe in 10,000 or 20,000. So things are things are happening real quick, and mixed reality mixed reality is going to help us a lot. If I talk about in the manufacturing industry, all right, if I talk about the military training industry, all right, and as we have understood about the virtual reality, augmented reality, it's our high time to go to mixed reality. All right, now let me tell you. All right, also one thing I forgot to tell you, that if you are using VR now, you'd be needing an headset. That headset is called head mounted display. All right, so you make sure you know that this term. All right, or you can say in abbreviated form it is also called HMD. All right, or head mounted display. Now see, mixed reality. All right, mixed reality, mixed reality now is the, you can say it is the brother. All right, this is the brother, uh, the twin brother, you can say, or you can say just the brother of augmented reality. All right, why? Because see, it is, let me simplify this term to you. Mixed reality is just like augmented reality, but yeah, there's a but it is more advanced. All right, it has more capabilities than normal augmented reality. Why? All right, see, there's something called, all right, mixed reality continuum, or you can say mixed reality spectrum. What does that mean? It means that the merge, all right, the merge of augmented reality and virtual reality, or you can say the real world and virtual world or digital world. All right, we combine them. You can you know go virtual and real at the same time. All right, with mixed reality. So mixed reality has a larger potential if we talk about the like training industry. All right, like in manufacturing industry, mixed reality can help you, to recognize those items. All right, it can help you through the manufacturing process. In healthcare, all right, it can help you, operate a patient. All right, it can guide you through all the things. You don't even need to, distract yourself to any other computers or digital objects available in the ICU. All right, you can say or in the patient's ward. All right, where basically the operation is happening. All right, you don't even have to move from the patient. You can stay in there, monitor all the things. All right, in your MR headset. All right, monitor all the, let's say heart rate or blood pressure or any data through your MR headset only. All right, so this is how it can help in medical industry. Then military training. Recently, I guess I just read somewhere a bite in 2018. All right, in 2018, military. All right, I guess US military reached Microsoft and offered around 400 to 500 billion dollars to build mixed reality headsets for them. All right, for training military. All right, for training the military. So you can you can you can just think how powerful these headsets are. All right, it can help in training. So mixed reality can help you anywhere. Like for example, in India there's a startup called Ajna Lens. All right, what they are doing, they are creating headsets for government, which are being used to train military. All right, Indian military. So it is being used to train Navy SEALs. They are, it is being used to train numerous people out here in India. So you can see how mixed reality is exactly helping, right? So mixed reality, I would say mixed reality is future. All right, extended reality is the future of our world. All right, it is the future of our world. So mixed reality is nothing but it is the advanced form of augmented reality. All right, it contains both. It means it can go both virtual and real. All right, so that's what mixed reality is. All right, and you have already understood the mixed about the mixed reality spectrum. That is the combination. All right, that is the combination of physical and digital world. All right, so that is what mixed reality is. All right, and also this image is taken from Microsoft's website. So yeah, now as we have understood all right about all the things all right about mixed reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, let's get our heads into the growth of XR, all right, or you could say the growth of market of extended reality. All right, see the extended reality market size, all right, is going to reach all right around 393 billion dollars by 2025 at a growth rate of 69.4% CAGR. All right, it is a report by Market Research Future. All right, now you can see that in 2017 the growth was the growth was so less. All right, means there wasn't any awareness of augmented and virtual reality, but you can see by 2025 what will be the growth. All right, you can read this chart by yourself. All right, so you can see how it is impacting. Now I want to tell you that this chart, all right, this chart is this chart is not stable. All right, right now in 2022 only, the market has reached more than 200 billion dollars. All right, so you can see how the growth is actually, but it can even happen by 2023. All right, by 2023 it can even reach 393 billion dollars. That is estimated by 2025. So all right, so make sure you go through all these notes. All right, all the notes will be available in the website, so make sure you go through that. So yeah, that's it for this lecture. Thank you. Hey folks, welcome to our module 2, and in this module I'm going to tell you how to install Unity, and after that I'm going to uh, show you or tell you how to use Unity. All right, what are its interfaces and all those things. All right, so sit tight on your seat and watch the video. All right, if you want you can grab some popcorns also. So yeah, first of all, what is Unity? Before downloading, we must know, yaar, what is Unity. If we don't know about that, then how could we work on with that? So we need to know what is Unity. See, Unity is a engine, all right. It's sort of a tool. It's not sort of a tool. It's a tool. It's a definitely a tool. It's a tool for developing games, for developing simulations, for developing AR VR applications. All right, you can even make your own simulations, like you can develop your own robot inside of Unity. You can develop your own let's say self-driving car. You can implement your own self-driving car inside of Unity. Yeah, that's possible. That is 3D simulation. So and one of the most one of the best things about Unity is it is it can it works on Linux, it works on Mac OS, it works on um, Windows. All right, and also you can build you can actually build applications. All right, you can build your games, your apps for multiple platforms like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, then Android, iOS, PlayStation. Then I guess it also has a feature for Xbox also. I'm not sure about that. I haven't researched about it. Then there's also Luminos. Then there's WebGL. So yeah, multiple things are available. All right. So yeah, that's what Unity is. Unity is a very good tool for developing these things. Now, what you need to do? You have to go to this page. All right. I'll be providing the link down below. Right, and click on this. All right. Just click on this. Download Unity Hub. All right. After you have downloaded, install it. All right. These processes are very simple. I need not to show you. I'm pretty sure about that. Now, what do we do after you've installed? All right, open your Unity Hub. It might not look something like this. All right, because this is a beta version. All right, it's in currently in beta testing. All right, it does have some bug. Like recently, I faced one that it wasn't grabbing my license, but I had to restart it, and it like worked really well. So yeah, so basically, it might seem a bit white. All right, the interface might be white, but components are same. So when you first open your Unity, all right, log in to your account, all right, activate your license. It will only show you like it will by default show you how to activate your license. All right, you just need, and if it doesn't, go to this, click on this like preferences option. All right, go to this licenses. All right, I have a professional license. I got it through student plan, and click on add and choose any license you want. All right, now let me show you one thing. Right, um, this is the basic interface of our whole Unity hub. All right, through this we have to run our Unity. This is the project section. All right, in this project section, multiple project of yours will be like put it in here, like will be listed down here. uh, as you will be installing Unity for the first time, it won't show any of the projects. It will be totally empty. These are my projects. All right. Then there are other tabs also. I'm sure you would explore this learn and community tab. But for now, let's go to this install tab. So to install our own Unity version. All right. Now, this is my Unity versions. All right. These are my Unity version that I am having. That is Unity 2020, 2019, and 2018. All right. These are my Unity versions. I've installed those. I work with these mostly these two versions more often. All right. Uh, now this panel would be empty. All right. This panel would be empty if you haven't installed any um, of your Unity versions till now. So to install one, just click on install editor. All right. After that, it will prompt up a menu. All right. There are multiple versions in here. All right, there are multiple versions in here. I'd recommend go for 2020. All right, even Unity recommends this as of now. And also always download the LTS version. Why? LTS is limited time support, and it's the most stable version. All right, it's the most stable version that we would have. So always download the stable version, and we'd also be doing our development in Unity 2020 only. So I would recommend download it. All right, then click on install. Now you can either install this. All right, any IDE or code editor would work, but maybe you won't get the code completion. All right, autocomplete. But I would suggest downloading it. All right, so download this too. All right. If you're on Linux, you might not get this option. Then you have to use any other code editor only. But another thing I would want you to do this is click on this Android build support, Android SDK and Indigo tools, and OpenJDK. All right, and remove this check mark from the documentation. We can access it from web. All right, and there are other like build versions too. You can also like take a look at these and download them. Then click on continue. All right, click on this I have agree and all those terms and things. Click on this. All right, and then click on install. All right, and it would start installing your editor, right? And after it gets installed, all right, just click on this downloads, and it will show if if any of your editor is installing or not. And now if we want to create our own project, click on this new project option. All right, sorry, it's taking a bit of time. It's a bit buggy. So yeah, I'm really sorry about this thing. Yeah. So as you can see here are multiple templates available, right? Multiple templates available there. FPS micro game, 2D mobile, karting micro game, Lego, 3D mobile, auto showroom. Alright, but for now we have to work with these two only. Alright, not even the 2D one. We have to work with the 3D only. Alright. So what we have to do, see there are multiple options, like another is this 3D sample scene, HDRP and URP. So basically what this does is this basically gives you a more better graphics, more optimized graphics. All right, URP best works for uh, us like computer systems, and the URP based works for mobile phones. All right, so yeah, and then you need to name your project. All right, name your project in here. I want to name my project as, let's say, learn to develop. All right, I'm sorry for the spelling mistake. All right, and then you can simply create project and your project will start creating. All right, so yeah, that's it. This is the base procedure, and I have also shown you how to install Unity. So yeah, thank you. So, hey folks, welcome to this video. And in today's, this is the second part of module 2. All right, in the first part of the module, I gave you an introduction to Unity and also told you how to install Unity and create your first project with it. All right. But now in today's video, we'll be covering rest of the topics, all right, rest of the important topics that are left. All right. So without any further delay, let's get started. So our first topic to cover is navigating through interface. All right. So we'll be navigating through our interface, learning about what are the different components of our interfaces. All right. So first we have to start with our project window. All right, so the part here you are seeing, all right, like the folders here are, this panel is particularly known as the project panel. All right, this panel, in this panel we can create multiple, all right, we can create as many as folders we can add our own 3D models and all those. Right. So just to create your own folder in here in the project panel, just right click in the panel, go to this create option and click on a folder. All right. So I want to create a folder named materials. All right. Where I will be storing my materials. Right. So this is my material folder. Right. Now, in the project panel, I can even add numerous amount of assets, right? Like if I show you, just wait, I'll be adding an audio file in it. All right, so this is a bird and beach file. All right, I'm going to add this audio file in it. Just wait for a few seconds, and um, the file will be imported. It does take some time, all right, because currently I'm also recording, so it took some amount of time, but it's usually fast. So here I have just what I did, I just dragged and dropped that particular audio in here. All right, if you click in here, you can even play that audio, but I don't want to play it right now. So yeah, so we learned about our project window. Now, while we develop, all right, while we develop our own games, our own application, we face multiple bugs, we face multiple errors, right? Don't we? We do. So where can we see those errors? Where can we look for those errors? Right. So, Unity has provided us something known as the console window. All right, it's just right here. All right, like only after the project. If you don't have this console panel or console window, just go in this top section named window. Click on this. Click on panels and just select that panel that is not available in this in your workspace. Right. So currently it's empty, right? Currently it's empty. I will show you how an error will look like. But yeah, in here you will get all the errors and warnings and particular debug texts in here, right? So this is our console window. Now here comes our another window or panel, that is the hierarchy panel. So what is the hierarchy panel? All right. See, there are multiple objects in this scene. All right, don't worry, I will make you make sure that you understand what this scene is. But currently currently there are like two objects, that is a one light object, another is a main camera object, right? So hierarchy panel, what it does is it lists down. All right, with the help of hierarchy panel we can just right click and create our another object, right? I would show you how to create one, but hierarchy is basically the structuring of like the objects, it is a panel where you would be able to see what objects are available inside of the scene. All right, and through the hierarchy panel you can create your objects, you can modify them and all those things. All right, modifying is done by another panel actually. I would show you after the hierarchy. All right, so this is what our hierarchy panel does. Right, so we understood what our hierarchy panel does. Now here comes our inspector panel. All right, so what is this inspector panel, man? What is? So this inspector panel is basically used for, mm, what can I say? It is basically used for modifying the components. All right, it displays the properties of the object. All right, like if I click on the main camera, right? So here you can see here multiple components here. There multiple options are there. We can manipulate these options and uh, like we can manipulate these and make the camera component look our own way. All right, we can edit these components, right? So inspector panel gives you an inspection of that object. All right, it helps you to edit those options inside the object. All right, now as we have, so till now what which panels have we looked? We have looked into the project panel, the console panel, the inspector panel, and the hierarchy panel. Now it's our time to look into the scene panel. All right, see, the scene panel is nothing but a whole different, like it's a workspace. All right, it's a workspace where we can actually put our models in, right? Like our 3D objects in there. We can put our 3D object in there. Like main camera is inside the scene. Main camera is inside this whole scene, right? It's in this 3D workspace. So scene is the 3D workspace. Right, now after that there is another panel, that is this game panel. Right, now what is this game panel? See, this scene is for navigating through. All right, we can manipulate these objects like this. All right, I will show you what are these, but we can manipulate these. We can put our 3D objects in there. But game is the rendering part. All right, like after our like let's say I have made a 2D game for now. All right, but I now I want to test it out. I want to play it. So what I would do is I would play that particular game, and in this screen, all right, in this particular screen or in this particular panel, the game will start showing, right? So yeah, now here comes, oh, another thing, here you can see three buttons. All right, these are three buttons. This one is the play button, this one is the pause button, this one is the step button, right? So what this play button does, it just plays the scene. All right, that is starts the rendering. This is like the pause button, it will pause while you are rendering it. And the step, now the step means it will, like after you have paused, you can click on this step button, it will like move one by one. All right, I would show you those. All right, I would show you these. Now here comes another panel, this is the asset store panel. All right, now one thing to notice, here you can see it is told that they have moved like the asset store to the web. All right, and I don't know why they did so, but actually I prefer that more because in my system the Unity asset store used to lag. All right, inside of Unity. So I think that was a good idea. But the main difference, all right, that you would notice as a beginner in Unity 2019 and 2020 is that in 2019 the asset store is already integrated in your whole Unity, and in 2020 the asset store is on the web browser. All right, so you can access it on from the web browser. All right, so we don't need this panel as of now, so I will just right click on it and close that. All right, one more thing I would like to show you is there are multiple layouts available in Unity. All right, just go to the right of your screen and click on this layout. All right, there are multiple layouts. All right, you can try one of these, and one of my very favorite. All right, just wait for it. Yeah, one of my very favorite layout is this one. Why? Because this gives like more broader view. All right, this gives a more broader view of the scene. All right, it gives more free space to work on. So I like this one the most. But for now, let's go to the default. All right, we'll be working on the in the default only as of now. So yeah, so let me save the scene. Yeah. So we have understood that the very basic interface. Now let's go and look at the tools. All right, the tools that we have. So first of all, we need to, but before that, or before looking into the tools, we have to understand our game objects. All right. So see, we have got into another section, that is game objects. And what are game objects? So see, game objects are digital objects. All right. Game objects are those digital objects that we can use digitally. All right. Game objects can be anything. All right. I mean anything. It can be 3D game object or 2D game object. All right. So what are game objects basically? Game objects are virtual objects, nothing else. Right. So like an example, this main camera, it's a game object. All right. It's a game object. Now this directional light. All right. This is a game object. Right. So yeah, similarly we can create our own game objects. Like just go to this hierarchy, right click in here, click on this 3D object. All right, click on this cube. Right. So we have created our own cube. Right. So now here you can see there are multiple anchors. Right. There are multiple anchors. I would tell you what are these. In the top here you can see here is a toolbar. Right, here is a toolbar. So what does this toolbar does? First of all, first and foremost, there is a tool named hand tool. This is used to like grab the screen and navigate through it. Grab the scene and navigate, just for that. Now after that we have move tool. This move tool gives you some certain anchors. All right, where you can hook on. All right, you can hook with those anchors. You can move your game object throughout the screen. All right, so that's what it does. After that, we have a rotate tool. Like if you want to rotate your object, I can do that. It gives rotational axes through which I can do that. Right? Isn't it like really fun? Now after that rotate tool, there's another tool that is a scale tool. It helps us to scale the object. Scale the object. All right, like I can scale it in any axis. I'm scaling it at any axis. Right. After that we have a rectangle tool or rect tool. All right, what is this? It just like helps you to resize the object in a rectangular manner, nothing else. Now then we have a universal tool. I guess this is called oh, this doesn't have a name actually, but I will call it universal tool. All right. So it is a combination of all the tools we discussed previously. All right, except the hand tool. And if you would see, I'm able to use the hand tool even when I'm like not selecting it. All right, like externally selecting it, it's automatically getting selected. So the basic shortcut for that is sorry, to click the middle mouse button. Right. So I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, we have created our own cube. We learned about game object, right? We learned about game objects. Now, our just wait. I want to like reset all the things. Now I want to play with it, right? I want to manipulate it. I want to manipulate this game object. How to do that? First of all, I can use these several tools, these fancy tools available, or I can go to my like simple methods like as I previously told that in the inspector menu gives us the properties of the game object. So we with the inspector menu we can edit those properties too, right? We can. So how do we do that? First of all, let's say I want to edit the transforms. All right. So what are the transforms, man? What are transforms? like, see, I am moving this, right? I'm moving this like this. I'm able to rotate it also. So what is that? The things are like moving at a particular direction. We can also do the same thing through this like inspector menu. Like here you can see there are three parameters. Like first of all, see the transform. Yeah, first of all, see the transform. Here comes the position. So that what does it does? It changes the position. Like I want to be it at 10 of x-axis, right? So it has got to 10. Then uh, yeah, you can simply manipulate your position from this, but for now I want it to be in 0, right? Now rotational values, all right. Let's say I want my cube to be rotated 45 degrees at x, 90 degrees at y, and let's 45 degrees at z. So I rotated my cube, right? I did rotated it. Now one thing you'd be seeing, like let's say you messed up with all these parameters. Now you want to reset it. How would you do that? Just click on these three little dots, click on reset. As simple as that. Nothing much. All right. You can also scale it. All right. Now this is your homework. You have to try this scale portion by yourself. All right. You have to try the scale portion by yourself. Now here are some other parameters too. All right. Now this is a cube mesh filter. All right. Then there's a mesh renderer. I want to show you something. If I remove this mesh renderer, you won't see any sort of mesh. All right. What are these green lines? These green lines are the box collider. If I remove it, you would see the very light green, right? Very light green. Now these other light greens are this of cube mesh filters, but this box collider lines are also getting attached to it. Now here is the mesh render. Mesh render is basically the mesh of the cube, nothing else. All right. So till now we have learned manipulating our cube. We have learned uh, navigate our interfaces. All right, we have learned about game objects, right? So yeah, we have learned this much by now. Now let's talk about materials. What are materials? See, of course you want your like game objects to be colorful, right? You want your game objects to be like texturified, like they should have some sort of skin, right? Even humans does have skin. Why won't a game object that's really bad, right? So our game objects also wants uh, materials, like just humans, we want our skin. Similarly, the game objects also want their skin. So the skin is known as materials in this terminology, in technical terminology. All right. So as you can see, I previously created a folder, right? Go to that folder, right click, click on create, find the material. I found it in here. Click on it. Let's name it. I want to name it red, right? I want my material to be red. Now what? Now what? Now I want to change the color. All right. Simply click on this material, and here you can see that the properties of that material is available in the inspector. Now after that, click on this white box. All right. This at the right of albedo. Click on this. All right, and select a color. Let's say I want it to be red. Yeah. So that's sort of a bit pink also, but that would work for me. So now, uh, man, I have edited the color. I have put something color in it. But why isn't it reflecting in the cube? Why isn't it showing on the cube? Is the cube angry that with the color? Is the cube angry? No, it is not. Of course not. So we have to apply this material in the cube, right? We have to apply it. So how would we do that? Two simple ways. Click on this cube. One way, I'm showing you one way, that is click on this cube, drag and drop this material inside its inspector. Voila, you got the material. Now our cube is happy, just like us humans. The cube has also got its skin. Another way is just drag this and drop it in the scene view without also using the inspector. This can also be done, right? So our cube is now really happy because we have provided him a skin, right? Voila. So now we learned about materials. Now one more thing, if you want to add textures, it is really easy. Click on this like albedo. Here you are seeing a blank box, and after that there's a zero sort of. Click on this. All right. Now let's say what sort of material I want. All right. Let's see. No, nah, not this, not this. Of course not this. Let's say this. Yeah, this looks something like a bit good. Right. So yeah, we gave our cube a texture also. See, now our cube is more than happy. So we successfully made our cube happy and also learned about materials and texturing fine those. All right. Now, how to create a scene? All right. See, what are scenes? Scenes are nothing but different environments, right? They are different environment. Like this is a sample scene. I want to name it, let's say I want to name it, where is the rename? Yeah, I want to name it main scene. All right, main scene. This is the scene I want to name, right? This is my main scene. So this is a scene. All right, and where did the material go? That's weird. First, I guess this is the bug of Unity, but this is really weird. Or I guess it happened because I didn't saved it. I'm not sure, but yeah. But we managed to get it back. Now, scene is a separate environment. So, like we can create another scene. Alright, I would also while getting into Vuforia, I will also be showing how to navigate through different scenes. Alright, so don't worry about anything, how to navigate and all those things. So I just have to click right, then create. Then here's always the scene, man. Yeah, got this scene. Now I to create a new scene, that is test scene. See, I got another scene with main camera and directional light by default, alright. But currently I want to be in the main scene, right? So we successfully created our cube and also managed to make it happy by giving it a skin. Now let's learn a bit about project structure, right? What is a project structure? What is it? A project structure is a way of structuring your project, all right, nothing else. See, why? See, this is not something like many people teaches you. All right, this thing you gain by experience. But today I'll be teaching you. All right. See, maintaining your project, all right, maintaining your project is really important. Like when I was a beginner, even I remember when I was a beginner, I used to like make my whole project very much cluttered, right? I used to make everything cluttered out, and that actually caused a real problem for me like later on. All right, because managing those were really like hectic. So with after working with Unity, I learned that it is really important to manage your project. So how do I manage? I create separate folders, all right, for separate type of file, all right. Like for materials, like for skins, I created this particular folder named materials, all right, to add some sort of assets, all right, some sort of assets. I would name another folder named assets where I'll be storing my assets like 3D model, my 3D images, right? Like to store audio, I'd be creating another folder, that is audio folder. All right. So I create separate types of folders, all right, for separate types of files, right? So similarly, throughout this video, I'd be saying how am I creating folder for each type of file, right? So I recommend to stay along with the video till the end, right? So till now we have learned about navigating through our interface, about game objects, about manipulating those, all right, about materials, all right, like the skins. Then we have learned about the scenes. What are scenes, right? Then we have learned about our project structure. Isn't it cool? Like within half an hour, we have done so much. So Yeah, so we learned about structuring our project. All right. Now, some more parts are left, like creating our own C sharp script. All right, then we'll be learning to modify our own components, then prefabs, then physics and collision, then we'll be learning about audio, and then at last we'll wrap up this module after designing our interfaces. All right. So yeah, let's do it. Let's get the energy back and let's do it. So to keep the scripts, all right, to keep the scripts, what I want to do, I want to create another folder, name scripts folder. All right, it would be containing all the scripts in here. Just then right click shisha. All right, I want to name it a test script. All right. Now, as you can see in here, there's like a buffering going on. This buffering is basically the shows that uh, our script is getting compiled, right? So just wait for a few seconds and it would be done. Actually, my system has got really slow, and because of that, it's taking a lot of time. But I guess we can manage with that, right? So yeah, voila, our test script is created. Now I'll be using my own text editor. All right, I'm dragging and dropped it into the one. Just wait. Just wait. So yeah. Now let me drag and drop it in here. All right. Now see, don't look into these windows. All right. I have set up my Sublime Text for competitive programming, so don't look into this. But let's understand what are these. All right. See, if don't worry, I'll be explaining all these things. All right. What is like public class? What is like what is void? Then what is using? So I'll be make you understand all these things. All right. If you don't understand something in here, don't worry, I am there for you. All right, I'm your instructor. I'm always there for you. If you have any doubt, join our community. All right, join our community. Ask your doubts in there. You would, I promise, you would get instant doubt support in there. All right. So yeah, as you can see in here. All right, just wait. Let me make the font a bit bigger. Yeah. So first of all, we are including all these system packages like Unity packages. All right, these are packages we are including. Now we have created a class of transcript. All right, that is inheriting another class. All right, that is mono behavior class. All right, there's the mono behavior class. Now inside that mono behavior class, see, remember this mono behavior class consists of these functions. All right, so it is important to inherit this mono behavior class. Now, if you don't understand what inheritance is, don't worry, I am there. Now, this is the void start function. This is the update function. What happens in start is, so the first time, all right, the first time I'm playing my Unity, like playing the particular scene, all right, it will show at first, like in the first frame, it will do some function that I will define, all right. And what the update does is, what it does, it basically updates uh, every frame, like it will do that function, it will do that particular function in each and every frame, all right. And it will be called once, like if the frame is one, the update function will be called once. The frame is two, again one. So yeah, so in every frame this update function is called once. Now let's try it out, right? Try it out. So to print something, I'll try to print something that is to print something in like Unity, or like in the console we do debug.log, and let's name it start function, right? And also remember to put the semicolon. I sometimes forget, and this gives errors. All right, so it's compiling the script. All right, just wait for it. All right, it will compile the script, and then we are good to go. I will also show you how to execute a script. All right. Um, um, Just wait. Yeah, we are good to go. Right. So yeah, now let's play. All right, how to play? Click on this play button. All right, just wait. This would take some time. All right. All right. It is telling us to hold on, and we will hold on. Right. Unity is really good. It notifies us everything. So yeah, as you can see, we have got into our games in and started playing it. Let's go to the console. Oh my God, why isn't it printing? Have I done something wrong? Like, have I coded something wrong? Let's check the script again. No, nothing is wrong in here. I guess everything is okay. Yeah, it looks good to me. But why didn't it actually work? Let me show you. So I got out of my play screen. All right, go to the scene. Yeah. See, the script is in here. All right, it is in here in the project, but we haven't executed it. Right? We haven't executed it. So how to execute? Pick an object. All right, I want this cube object. Then just drag and drop the script. All right, drag and drop in it. There's another option. All right, that is click on add component. All right, and type the script name. All right, like test script. So here you got the test script, right? So similarly there are two ways to add on. You can also drag and drop in here also. All right, that's another option. Now another got added here, but I don't want it, so I will remove it. All right, so let's play it now. Let's try playing it now. Just wait, hold on. Our unity is telling us to hold on. It is entering the play mode. So now let's see what has happened in our console. Cool. Now you can see in the console there's something written. It is written start function. That's what we wrote in the debug.log, right? That's what we wrote. So what happens? The start function works in first frame, right? Now this is the update function. All right, now we want to check the update function too, right? Just wait, right? So yeah, so I have saved it. It will take some time to compile it. Let it do its compilation. We won't bother him. All right, Unity is good. He does everything for us. All right. So let's hold on. Let's just wait. It will take some time. Oh, cool. So it got like compiled, and let's play it. Let's see what happens. Just wait. Now are you ready to see the console window? Are you guys ready? Let's see it. Oh my God, what's it doing? It's continuously like giving the function, update function, like each frame it is doing this on each frame. See, it continuously updates the function in each frame. So actually, I think you got a very basic idea of what this function is doing, right? I guess you got that very basic idea. So for now, this is the like you learned how to uh, basically learn Unity. Sorry, I'm not the only teaching Unity. Basically, you learned how to create your own script. All right, and understood the functions in there. All right, now there's another section known as modifying components. We already learned how to modify components. All right, so yeah. Now here comes prefabs. What are prefabs? Prefabs, you can say these are the collections. All right, these are collections. Let me create another folder. I will also show you how to create a prefab. So what is a prefab, man? A prefab basically helps us to create a collection, right? Like it is sort of a storage particular thing, right? See, let's say right now, let's take a scenario. All right, let's take a scenario. You're developing a game. All right, that's a first person shooter game. All right, you have implemented it on one scene. All right, now you have created your own first level. Now you want to go to a second level, and you want that same particular FPS player. All right, same particular FPS player in another scene that you are going to create. That is in another level. What you would do? One way. All right, one way is to like create, like assemble all the components that you made previously again. All right, and that would consume your time. All right, and of course that isn't a good thing. Another way is to create a prefab. So prefab creates an another, like a package of that particular object, right? It's a package of that particular object. It helps to create like a package, like if a cube has certain properties. All right, I need the same cube on this next scene, right? I need the same cube on the next scene. Then one way is to recreate it, another way is to create a prefab and just use that prefab. Now how to create a prefab? Click on this cube. All right, click on this cube, drag it and bring it in this project section, put it in there, and voila, your prefab is created. Now here you can see the cube has turned, like this thing has turned blue. This is the indication that it is a prefab. Now let's create another scene and let's see, oh, I have already one. Does this work on this another scene? I want to save it, right? I definitely want to save it. So yeah, let's go to this where is it, prefab. All right, now let's drag and drop it in here. Wow, I got it in here. Just reset the transform. Yeah, I got it in here. Let's try playing it. Let's say the functionality works or not. Just wait for a few seconds to run. Um, it is doing its job. So yeah, now let's look at in the console. Wow, the same thing that was working on the previous scene is the same thing is working in here. So yeah. One more thing I forgot to tell you. It just came up in my mind. Just let me like go back to my main scene. Wait, let me lower down the desktop volume. Yeah. So now, what? All right. So what now? It's what we have to do. See, now I would be telling you something really important. All right. I forgot to tell you that previously. An object, all right, an object can have its child object. All right, like you can branch the objects. Like if I want the cube to be a child of main camera, I would just click on the cube, drag and drop it in here, and see, my cube is now the child of the main camera, right? And main camera is the parent. Similarly, I can also create empty objects. That is, click on create empty. All right, I won't change its name. I will just reset its transform and put this cube underneath of that game object. All right, now I can make multiple childs of this cube. All right, I just control D. All right, to duplicate, control D. uh, so yeah, again control D, again control D. So similarly like this, I am able to like yeah, I'm able to create multiple child objects inside another empty game object, right? So you can do those things similarly, nothing much different, right? So till now we have learned a lot of things. All right, we have learned also modifying our own components. We have learned about prefabs. Now three more important sections are left. That is physics and collision. All right, physics and collision. Another one is audio, how to work with audio files. All right, audio is really simple. All right, then we have the last but not the least, designing our interfaces. All right, and at last of that, I would also be showing you another thing. All right, so yeah, let's move on with physics and collision. What is a collision, man? What is it? See, collision is nothing. All right, collision is nothing but the hit, or like the hit of an object on another object. All right, it's like, see, these two objects are colliding with each other. All right, these two objects are colliding. Collision is basically the, like, interfering of two objects with one another, right? So that's what collision is. All right, now if I had to say you, all right, game, like this whole Unity engine is a replica of our real world physics. I will be showing you how. All right, just wait. All right, first of all, I would be deleting all those other game objects. Just wait. First, I need to set up my environment to show you how. Right. Uh, no. Y, let the y be point 0.4, right, and the z be 4. Oh, 1 be 4, right. So this is how it is. All right. Now let's take another 3D object, that is a sphere. We would call it a ball, right? It is a ball. For us, it is a ball, right? Just wait. So yeah, this is a ball, right? Now I want to implement a real world physics. So as of now, all right, let me first deattach the script, all right, now, or else it would be working continuously. I don't want the script to be interfere. All right, just wait. Oh, let me apply to a prefab it. Doesn't do implement. Yeah. So our 3D our script has been removed. All right. Like here, one thing you can see of it, here is a shadow. That's because of the lightning. All right. You can play with the lighting later on. All right. So let's play it now. So in real world, what happens? In real world, if we have a plane and if we throw a ball from the top, it will fall down, right? It will fall down and bounce. Let's check that it happens in here or not. Just wait. Keep patience. All right, keep patience. Oh my god, why isn't it falling? It should fall, right? It should. Because I recently told that unit engine is a replica of our real world physics. But you have to implement those physics, right? You have to implement those. How would we implement those? Unity is really caring about us, and what Unity developers did, they already created those physics objects for us, alright, those physics components that will help us replicate the real world situations. Alright, now how do we do that? So see, we are, first of all, we are in the game scene. Alright, we are in the game scene. I'd be editing this whole thing while being in the game scene. Alright, so just put it aside in here, alright, because we need the view only, nothing else. One more thing I would like to say, that after I get out of this game view, object will get resetted because they won't be saved during the game view. Remember that, alright. So now I want this ball to fall due to gravity, alright. I want this ball to fall. How do I do that? So for there, click on this add component. Alright, there's something known as a rigid body. Alright, click on this rigid body and see the effect. Cool, isn't it? Like after I added this rigid body, the ball started falling. Now it isn't bouncing, right? See, to make it bounce, there's another sort of physics. Alright, we need to create a physics material and all those things. But we won't be doing that in here. But as of now, you understood that we were able to add the gravity, like we would be able to make the ball physical, like we are able to add physics to the ball, right? Now in the rigid body component, you can play with the values in here, all right, like the mass value, the drag, the angular drag. You can like click on this use gravity. Let me show you one thing. If I click on this, See, it isn't falling because it is not using gravity. So, see, cool, isn't it? Great. Now here's another option, collision detection. All right. Uh, Before explaining this collision detection thing, all right, I would be telling you how this collision is happening. How is it? Is there any sort of magic? Before that, I need to replicate this object, all right, because I don't want the ball to fall. All right, I literally don't want it to fall. So here you can see here are some options. Box collider. All right. This box colliders are basically provides the collision platforms. All right, it provides a platform like in the ground we are moving. All right, we aren't falling, like we aren't falling through that whole road, right? We aren't like penetrating that road and going to the bottom of that road. Are like does that thing happen? Doesn't, right? Similarly, in terms of games, we could say there are some platforms, right? Those platform has some colliders. All right, those are box collider. So here, if I click on this box collider, you can see. All right, you just saw that the ball got it through that because there aren't any collision. Like there aren't any collision happening to stop that ball right in there because we have disabled the box collider, right? So box collider actually helps us to like this colliders. There are multiple types of colliders actually. Box collider is one of which type. Like there's peer collider. All right. So box collider is basically helps us to provide collision to that particular platform, right? Just wait. Uh, so yeah. So this is how everything is happening, right? Cool, isn't it? So we have understood about colliders. One more thing, there are multiple. You can have multiple uneven shapes, right? Like a terrain, all right, like a road. Like a road is uneven, all right. A desert, it is uneven. It doesn't have a flat surface. It is totally uneven. There are highs and lows, right? So for that type of like if you want to provide collider to that platform, we can't use box collider in there, right? Because then it will be totally plain. We won't be able to use it. So there's another collider named mesh collider. All right, it is in the component only. All right, I want you to try that collider out. All right, by yourself. Just go to app component, click on mesh collider, and you can use it. Now the problem with mesh collider is it is a bit more CPU intensive. All right, than this box collider or spear collider or any other collider. The reason being there is it does more calculations than box and spear collider because the mesh collider what it does, it gets the accurate shape based on that particular terrain or the particular model, right? Isn't it so? So what they get that particular shape, so it does more calculation. Now in the rigid body I was going to show you something known as collision detection. What is that? The multiple option. All right, we'll be looking into two main of these, discrete and continuous. Now there's a huge difference between those. All right, see, what is the difference? Discrete is performant. All right, discrete gives a lot of performance. It is like in performance wise it is better than continuous. All right, but the problem there is it doesn't do accurate calculations. It doesn't like it can if you throw it from a really high, like at a really high position, it will penetrate through this whole collider. All right, through this whole platform. But continuous is better than discrete. All right, because with the use of continuous there are very less chances that it will penetrate through because it does more calculations than discrete. But the problem is continuous is CPU intensive, so that's the difference, major differences. All right, So we also learned about the very basic physics, right? We learned about the very basic physics of unity. Now it's our time. It's our time to learn uh, this audio, right? So for that, first of all, to play that audio, all right. First of all, to play that audio. Oh my God, I deleted everything. So yeah, all right. I would be getting those objects back because I did that with our whole environment. Now I want to create an audio object. How do I do that? Go to this, click on this, go to this thing. All right. Click on audio source. All right. So we created a simple audio source, right? We created it. Now here are some particular options in there. All right. Click on this, select the audio, and let's play it. All right. Just wait. This audio is a birds and beach audio. All right, like be birds chirping in the beach. All that audio thing. All right, you see it. Are you able to listen it? I'm sure that you are able to listen. So the audio is playing, right? The audio is playing. So the audio is playing in here, right? The audio is playing. That's cool, isn't it? So we implemented our own audio source. All right. Now, soon in our future lectures, all right, we'd also be learning how to control our audio sources through scripts. All right. But for now, if we look into these like properties, there's a option for mute. Now, I won't be actually explaining all the things in here. You have to explore it by yourself. Like you can explore this bypass effects, bypass listener effects, bypass reverb zones. All right. Now this loop is basically will loop the audio. All right, because without loop initiated, all right, without click checked on loop, what will happen? Your audio will only play once, but with loop it will play all the time. All right. Now here's another option, that is play on awake. All right. Play on awake. What it does is it like when you just play your game, all right, it will start the audio at that time only. If I like remove it and then start playing it, just wait. So it has started playing, but you won't be seeing anything, like you won't be hearing anything because play on awake is disabled. Now to play that audio, I need to add some trigger or some sort of script to play that audio. All right. So play when on awake. What it does, it basically uh, plays the audio whenever you start. Now here's another thing, that is volume. All right. Now this is the volume. It varies from 0 to 1. All right. Now there are multiple other audio editing feature. You can check them out by yourself. All right. You can do some research on them. All right. So till now we have completed most of our topics. All right. We have completed most of our topics. Now now the last but not the least, creating our own user interfaces. How do we do that? All right. See, I'll be creating a very simple user interface. All right. Nothing too complicated. All right. Nothing of like very complicated user interface. A very simple one just to show you, all right, how to create one. All right. But we'll be creating beautiful interfaces like during the making of our course, like the projects. All right. So just let me delete this particular thing because I don't need it now. All right. So let's save it. Now how to design our own interfaces. All right. Let me dock this game view in here. And for that, first of all, I want to go to my wide view, right? Because it helps me a lot. All right. So first of all, click on this 2D option. Here you can see, all right. This will give you a 2D view. All right. This would give you a 2D view. So I got the 2D view. All right, I would like to click on here this Y thing. The reason because this will give you a grid and it's really helpful. Now, uh, first of all, we have to right click and click on the UI option, then create a canvas. All right, what is this canvas? Right, what is this canvas? Basically, this canvas is basically the like the basic framework, all right, the basic wireframe of the, or you could say the frame for handling the user interfaces, right? So click on this canvas. All right, here are some options. What I would like you to do is, first of all, click on render mode. All right, keep its screen space overlay. As of now there are multiple options, and definitely we'll be looking forward to these in our future lectures. All right, and this world space is going to be really useful during the, like during our making of those projects, right? Now here are some options. All right, now go to this canvas scaler thing. All right, now UI scale mode, constant pixel size, do to scale with screen size. All right, and give it a default resolution. For me, as of now, this 800 by 600 is okay, and leave all those parameters same. All right. uh, for now, this is what I need. Now our canvas is ready, right? Our canvas is ready. Now I want to like get the display of my laptop in here, like the resolution of my laptop in here. Okay, very well. Sorry, my mouse is like sometime creating the problem of navigation, like the mouse button, middle mouse button. So as we've created our canvas, all right, now we need to create a background image for it. So how do we do that? So click on canvas, click on UI, then there's something known as panel. All right, click on this panel, right? See, you got a sort of background. All right, now I need to color the background, right? First of all, I name it background image, right? Although I haven't imported any image, so I will take coloring it. All right, first of all, how to do that? Click on this panel. All right, click on this image section. All right, from here you can select the image you want. All right, so already one is selected. I don't want to change it. Click on this color option, and here we'll be seeing that this thing is transparent. How to make it opaque? See, here's an option known as A, also known as alpha. So just click it in here and like make it 255, like make it to full. I want an yellowish orange color. So this is the color I wanted and I got, right? So now this is my background. I'll be scaling the background a bit. How do I do so? Choose the scale tool, click on the middle option and just scale it. Right. Now as we are have created our own background, now what we want is to create a heading text for it. How do we do that? How do we? So click on UI. Then there are two options, text and text mesh pro. Right, I haven't imported text mesh pro, although text mesh pro is the better option to go for. All right, because the quality of the text in text mesh pro is really good. All right, so I'd be clicking on it. All right, just wait. So yeah, I'll be importing text mesh pro essentials. All right, it would take some amount of time. All right, don't worry. All right, let it take the time it want. All right, because it is importing all those assets, so it's important for it to be important clearly. Just wait. Yeah, it is getting imported. Just it would take some amount of time. Actually, I guess I should have like imported it previously only, but if I did so, you wouldn't have like got how to do that. So here we got our text in here, right? We got our text in here. All right, now we want to edit the text, and let's name something. All right, let's name it uh, our new UI. All right, I know this is like a very bad name. Now I want the text style to be like something like H1, right? But it's giving a color. No, no. Let's leave it. Let's keep it normal only, and click on bold. Right. We can even resize it. How? Like zoom it in here, and you will find these anchors. All right. Do this. Do this. Right. Another thing we want is to center our text. So we did that. All right. So we also have some other fonts. All right. Uh, okay, we don't have one. I sorry, I forgot to import that extra package came with TextMesh Pro, but no worries. We don't need that as of now. Now here you can see here is that rect transform option. Click on Alt. All right. Click on Alt. Click on so as you can see, if you just open it, all right, and click on Alt, there are multiple options here. I want you to click on this top one. See, our text automatically got in there. Now I want to reposition it, and voila, we got our text. Or just wait, yeah, we got our text to where we want, and this is our UI. All right, our new UI, or let's say, let's name it to Learning Unity. Right. So this is our new UI. Cool, isn't it? Now we want to add some buttons, right? We want to add some buttons. How would we do that? Click on Canvas, click on UI. Here is an option known as button and button text mesh pro. I want you to go for button text mesh pro. It's better. Believe me, it's a lot better. All right, now we can even add some functionalities. All right, first of all, I want to like put a transform to it. I wanted to be in center only. Let's name it as play button. All right, let's name it a play button, and let's name it play. See, in future, we today we are learning just how to implement our own UI. All right, in future lectures we will be learning like how to navigate through our scenes, how to like add functionalities to our button, right? So for now, this is what I want. So we created our play button. All right, even I can change the color. All right, there are some many things. All right, like if I click on this pressed color, I want to make it green when it gets pressed. Right now, if I play this, if I play this, just wait. It would take some amount of time because Unity takes time. All right, so just wait. It's entering the play mode. Cool. Now if I click on this, see, when I'm clicking on it, it is getting green. Now if I select the highlight color and like make it a blue, let's see what happens. Oh well, nothing happened. Let's check out the selected color. Let's make it sort of like yellow. Wow. Now, oh, highlight collect worked. Oh, finally, I don't know why it didn't work. So when I'm hovering on it, it is highlighting the color as blue. When I'm pressing it, that is the pressed color, it is green. After it is selected, it got pink, right? So isn't it really cool? All right. Similarly, we can add some functionalities. All right, like there's an option on click. All right, if I want, I can like add some particular function. Like for now, let's say I want to disable the text. All right, so what I would do, I would drag and drop this text. First of all, let me show you from again. There's an on click parameter. Click on this add, then take the text in here. All right, now in here there's written no function. Click in here, go to game object, uh, click on set active. All right, and just don't check that button out. All right, we can create another button, something like this. All right, name it active. First of all, I would name it active, sorry, deactivate, deactivate. And this one is activate. All right, I just want to like wait. This is going to like activate the whole thing. All right, just wait. Let me drag it down in here. All right. Uh, cool, isn't it? Now let's try this out. What happens? Let's see. Just wait. It would take some amount of time, but it will get done. Right. So just wait. Cool. Now, if I want to like deactivate, all right, I don't want this learning unity. I want to hide it. Click on deactivate. See, it got deactivated, but I want it back. See, it came back. See, I'm making my button do some activities. So we also learned how to design our own interfaces. If you want to add some sort of image, you can just click in here UI, then raw image. All right. I I don't know I have any image for this also this. Oh, I do. Let's say I want this emoji one, right? I want this one to be in there, and I can also resize it. Sorry, it got resized wrongly. I mean, in a wrong manner. So yeah, see, isn't this UI looking good? Actually, it isn't looking good, but yeah, for now it's okay. It's fine, right? So we also learned how we learned today we learned a lot of things in Unity, right? So see you in the next lecture. Thank you. So hey folks, welcome to our first lecture of module 3. In this module I'm going to introduce you to C sharp. So without any further ado, let's get started. So what is C sharp, right? See, C sharp, first of all, one of the most important thing I'm going to tell you right now is pronounce C sharp as C sharp only, not C hash. Like I have seen many people, they don't know that how it is pronounced, or they even sarcastically tell that it is C hash. Guys, it's not C hash, it's C sharp, right? So yeah, so see, C Sharp is an object-oriented general-purpose programming language. All right, it was developed by Microsoft in the early 2000s. Right, the development team was led by Anders Hillsberg, and it is a part of the .NET framework. It can be used to develop different types of softwares like console applications, Windows applications, then web applications, mobile applications, and games. And so yeah, and it is also being used in AR VR development. So yeah, so C sharp is a like general purpose programming language. It can do anything, right? So yeah, this is a very basic introduction to C sharp. This is what C sharp is. Now let's get into the coding part. All right. So this is a very basic code structure. All right. So using system namespace hello world, then class program, then static void main, then console.writeLine, then console.read, right? So don't worry. The if you are not able to understand what are these, don't worry. I am there. Right now, I'll be coding this. All right, and after that, I'll be make you understand what is this. All right, so here's my C sharp compiler. Right, this is my C sharp compiler. So I'm going to write using system namespace hello world, right, class, let's say program, public, static void main, string, args, then console dot write line hello viewers, sorry, then console dot read. Let's run this program. Let's see what happens. Wait, it's compiling the program. Cool. Now if I click enter, the program will be finished. So what did just happen, man? It printed something, right? It printed something in the console. Can you see it in here? It's printing something, right? It's printing. Definitely it's printing. So let's understand, how is this working? What are these gibberish, right? Let's understand. So by the way, congratulations, you coded your first program. So let's get back to the notes. So yeah, first of all, let's know what a directive is, right? What is a directive? See, a directive basically tells our program, all right. Sorry, not the program. Directive basically tells our compiler. All right, what is the compiler? Compiler compiles the program. All right, we haven't set up any sort of local compiler because we are using our own online IDE for coding. All right, so a directives basically directs our compiler. All right, it tells our compiler that our program is using this namespaces. Our program is using this certain namespaces. All right, so what is a directive? Right, see, this using system, this using system is a directive. This using system is a directive. All right, similarly there are others also, like systems.collections and all those things. All right, like you watched in the that Unity video, right? In that Unity tutorial, that there was using Unity engine, right? So yeah, there are multiple namespaces, sorry, multiple directives. So yeah, this directives basically, this using system directive tells us, all right, this using system directive tells us that our program is using this system namespace. All right, it is telling that to our compiler, it is telling to our compiler that, hey compiler, I am your C# program. This person created me. So I'm using this system namespace. Are you okay with that? And that compiler replied, yes, I'm totally okay with that, because this using system is already predefined in my compiler code base, right? So I am totally okay with that. We can run the program. So yeah, compiler happy, our code happy, the coder happy, right? So yeah. Now, as I told you about namespaces, right? See, namespaces now, they are basically a collection. All right, they are collection. Collection of whom? Namespaces are collection of whom? I just told that namespaces are a collection, but collection of whom? See, namespaces are basically a collection of other code properties, you can say, or other code structures, right? Or other code elements. All right. So these code elements can include classes, like, see, currently we only created our own namespace. This is our hello world namespace. It is containing a class, right? It is containing a class. It is containing a program class. So we certainly created our own namespace, right? We certainly created our own namespace. So yeah, now we understood what our namespace is. All right, what our namespace is. See, and if I have to repeat, namespaces are a collection of code elements. All right, it is basically a collection of code elements. It contains other classes, other interfaces, other enums, other structs. All right, so namespaces are a collection of those things. All right, see, C sharp, our C sharp is a programming language, right? Uh, C sharp has a large amount of code. All right, C sharp has a large amount of pre-written code that, like, the team who developed C Sharp, they already wrote codes for us, all right, useful codes for us that we are using, all right, that we are using. But can you tell that if the programmers took all those programs and just put it in only one file, wouldn't it be cluttered up? Like, there are multiple hundreds, like hundreds, thousands code files. Wouldn't it be cluttered up? And now if I had to find one file, then wouldn't it be cluttered up? So what they did, they divided those pre-written code into different namespaces, all right.